Prayer at War, Part 3. How is davening different during a time of war? We dealt this week with two different ways, and I'd like to add a third. Davening became biblical the minute the war broke out. What do I mean? In general, there's a machloket between the Rambam and the Ramban. If davening once a day, every day at least, is biblical. According to the Rambam, it is, and according to the Ramban, it isn't. However, the Ramban agrees that there is one time in which davening becomes biblical, and that is an Eit Tzara, a time of great need for you or for the Jewish people at large. And there's no question in my mind that one of the many, many times that indeed davening is Be'eit Tzara is, of course, during a war. Namely, the minute we heard the news and we started to pray to God, our davening was turned into a biblical davening. And if it's biblical, then I guess the question is, what does that make a difference? I mean, I'm davening 3 times a day every day, so I add a little Tehillim and whatnot for everything that's happening right now. But why should it make a difference? We're good Jews, we keep rabbinic commandments, we keep biblical commandments. How does it change practically? And in my humble opinion, the way it changes practically is that if it's a rabbinic mitzvah, then we know there's a big long list of exemptions when you're not obligated in a rabbinic mitzvah. Not so if it's biblical. If it's biblical, then the only exemption is a life-endangering situation. Namely, there's 2 sides of a coin right now. A soldier in the field fighting for the life of Israel is totally exempt from davening. It's pikuach nefesh. On the other side of the coin, someone who's not drafted to the army, someone who is davening in a shul or at home, is all the more required to daven simply because all the regular exemptions don't apply at least once a day, every day. From this perspective, I believe that when we daven during this period of time, we have to take it all the more seriously. That could mean getting to davening a bit more on time. That could mean looking at the words a bit more carefully. But whatever it might mean, we better take it much more seriously, simply because it's not only a time of Eit Tzara, a lot is pending every moment. We don't know what the news is going to be from moment to moment, and from this perspective, every time we get up to daven, we have to feel the weight that everything is in balance.